Don't know what you'll see. It's about 10 minutes past 7. Sun's not up yet. It's really too dark for me to walk. My umbrella is up. You can see the lights, and if you can see flickering on the horizon there, the lights in the community, quite a few miles away, but you don't notice them when you're hiking, but at night you can see them. Last night when I picked up, one of my big issues was I didn't want to be walking in the rain. So I thought, well, I'll get up early this morning. And honestly, you know, I got up, I got my tent put away early in the dark, put the footprint away, and as I'm picking up, putting away the stakes and cleaning them up, it started to rain. So the timing worked out pretty well. Now I'm standing here, I got my pack on, I got my umbrella up, got mitten on one hand, and kind of warming up here and getting ready to hike. It's a little early for me to hike in the dark, but I didn't have to put away a wet tent. I didn't have a wet, messy tent site to clean up. Just about got picked up and got everything put away. I knew I was going to be hiking in the rain today, and that's as it is, but yeah, timing worked out just about right. Turn my headlamp up on a lot high, do a quick walk around to the tent site, and I may start actually moving north slowly, as long as the trail stays good, and if it gets bad, I'll wait till there's more light. Gonna get a good day, and hopefully, and I'm headed north. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I'm just over an hour into my hiking day. 1.4 or whatever miles, I guess, because that's about where I was from the tent site last night when I stopped. There's campsites on both sides of the trail. This is the tent site I decided last night I couldn't reach. I guess I could have. The trail was pretty good as far as difficulty goes, after I left my stealth site from last night. No regrets though. I would have been stressing hard. It would have had to have been after 7, a little after 7 by the time I got here. I passed a couple of really crappy stealth sites along the way, and I probably would have talked myself into going to one of them and spent the night trying not to roll down a hill or something. That's southbound up the trail. Just came down into this campsite, and then you go up out of it going northbound in that direction. I'll head there in a minute. It's raining. It's been raining since it started, no stop. Downpours a little bit, but mostly just a steady rain. My umbrella's up. Trail's been a bit of a challenge. It really appears that there's been no trail maintenance done in this area in probably like a year. There's medium-sized blowdown, the 4-inch, 3-inch stuff across the trail. That the trail around it now is much more prevalent than the trail itself. I mean, a lot of times a big log falls and it doesn't get cut because they just don't have a chainsaw to cut it with. But the little stuff, usually when there's trail maintenance going on, they come up and cut it up, move it out of the trail. That's just not happening, and you really can't see it much right here, but it's like nature's trying to reclaim the trail. There's a lot of plants growing into it, and nobody's fighting back. Some of the comments on the trail from, you know, before fall and everything got killed off by winter were that the trail was really overgrown, and you see that. So this section doesn't seem to be getting, for all intents and purposes, doesn't seem to be getting any trail maintenance at all for a while. Anyway, and I know it's a lot of work, and I know they're all volunteers, and I appreciate when they do it, but it's tough to maintain a good trail unless someone's doing some of the basic stuff. Heading north. So I talked about it. I thought I'd just give an example. So this is the kind of blowdown that normally trail maintainers take care of. There's, you know, nothing there that's not pretty easy to chop off with a handsaw. The trail goes right through here to the right of that tree. But if you look, hopefully you can see, there is a long-standing, well-worn trail around the left side of that tree. I mean, I certainly think this has been here for over a year, maybe more. And you know, so the indication is there's no trail maintenance being done at all on this section. In addition to the being overgrown a lot in a lot of places, there's a lot of examples of This and less significant than this. But I mean, again, this is the kind of thing that somebody with a handsaw in an hour could reopen the real trail and not have people, you know, going around it. And that's what happens most places. You just don't see that kind of straightaway very often on the trail. It is going uphill, of course, but not too steep. But I just turned my head and looked, and they were coming through this area. There were 2 deer standing there, probably not more, a little more than 20 feet away from me. I get the impression if I had just kept chugging along and hadn't stopped and turned and looked at them, they would have just stood and watched me. As soon as I stopped and turned and looked at them, they went away. They weren't in a huge hurry, but they took off. Heading north, still raining, been raining the whole time. I think I'm almost to the high point of the day. I'm up over 4,000 feet, have been for a bit. It's kind of continuing this non-stop uphill from yesterday. Heading north. I'm at Iron Mountain Shelter. It's right off the trail. Trail's right here. Fire pit, no privy. It's Tennessee. No bear box, no bear cables, Tennessee. You can see the guys that were here last night put a tarp up to kind of cut the wind down. There were 5 here last night. I know all 5. There was Dozer, who I stayed with at Black Bear, and then again at Boots Off, and a friend that came up to hike with him. It was Canary and 109, who I stayed with at Boots Off, and they hiked by me yesterday. And there was Skywalker, who hiked by my tent last night about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the dark with his headlamp, headed this way. It took me 4 hours to get here. Probably took him an hour and a half to 2. So he would have come in a little bit late. When I come up the trail, Canary and 109 were just heading north. Skywalker was still here for 20 minutes or so while I filtered water and got my stuff ready to go. I made a call. I got a pickup. Can't get one till about 6:30. Going with Randy. He's got another pickup earlier in the day. So, that's fine. Heading north. Apparently I have time because I can't get to Tennessee 901 to be in front of his first pickup. So I'll be after that one. Took my warm layer off. Hope I don't get cold. I need to get going. Heading north. Kind of sad. About one of the landmarks of the trail. Most people take a picture of it. Uncle Nick Grindstaff, born December 26th. Almost a Christmas baby. 1851, died July 22nd. 1923. Down below it says, lived alone, suffered alone, and died alone. That's pretty freaking sad. You can see some farmland and stuff down there, down the hill. Got a ways to go. Headed north.